Welcome back to Tabletop Nerdcast, where we are hitting wrong keys all over the place. Anyway,
this is like my band
tonight.
Oh,
Hey, y'all need to figure out how to find your way over to Rick's house and listen to his band because it's hilarious. Anyway, welcome back to Tabletop Nerdcast, and this is Galactic Youth, our Star Wars campaign based on Age of Rebellion. If you're new here, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, ring the bell, do anything and everything that YouTube will let you do, including leaving us a comment. All it does is help push the content out to other people who might enjoy it as well, right? So, beyond that, last time on Galactic Youth.
I need an end scanner, a gun jammer, a climbing gear, a data pad.
Shut up!
give me the student box. My like a things that go boom a day.
Are you Arnold now?
So,
hell yeah!
Obviously, our voice modulator went a complete different direction for this session. I hope you stick with it.
You just wait.
I hope you stick with
In the middle of it.
Huh?
It's in the middle of it, it's going to change.
Yeah, he'll be Dolly Parton in a minute.
Okay. So, on that front, I believe Aaron was able to acquire some finances,
Got some
as
money.
well as you were able to acquire a fusion cutter and get your blaster pistol, your heavy blaster pistol repaired.
In perfect condition.
And you found stim packs.
I did.
All right. And a B-2 battle droid that shoots lollipops.
Nice.
That expired in the Clone Wars.
And I made a connection. What's the mechanic's name? Did you come up with a name?
I did not come up with the mechanic's name. What would you like his name to be?
Bronson.
Bronson.
Bronson. Yes.
Because I believe you've got a little side deal working with Bronson.
I do. I'm going to find a big gun. I don't know how we're going to move it, but I'm going to get him a gun.
You're going to get him
I got
gun.
a mission now.
We can do that like the whole trade game. I've got a blaster rifle just sitting there that's not being used. You can trade that up.
Yeah. For some magic beans.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That was great. That was the best at the end of that in the whole episode. Again, we do a lot of Office Quest, but where he had the little planters outside, and Dwight goes walking off, and he comes out because he's already got some that are grown, So the next day he's going. That was hysterical. Anyway, sorry, I do digress.
Yes, you did. All right. So we have already gone through a small subset of acquiring things that we might possibly need. I think we had cut off, though, after you got the funds, but there was one other thing that you were still trying to get a hold of.
I'm going to Johnson's Lockworks.
Who's going to Johnson's Lockworks?
And
There we go.
Aaron.
You're always the one yelling at us about the podcast.
Aaron. Here gone Johnson works tonight.
it had a good start.
Yeah, that's the way I always, work.
But that's how his band writes music.
I love it. Is.
All right.
I'm going to Johnson's Lockworks.
Okay.
In, the 715
District.
Quadrant District.
So we'll all go. So we got to go there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And so my hope is twofold in going to the 715 is to go to Johnson's Lockwork, get this electronic clock picker, tell them that Ronald sent us, perhaps even sending these guys to go take care of that while I try to scope out maybe a low-level Black Sun representative that I can start befriending.
Okay. All right, so let's kind of fast forward a little bit for sake of time. You guys have, taken a taxi or a speeder or whatever else,
Spoober.
And
Spoober.
Space Uber.
Space Uber.
Yep. Spoober. All right,
Nice.
It's a thing. Spoober.
Definitely a thing.
Someone's going to build an app for that.
All right.
Someone's probably copywriting that right now, Oh, Spoober, yeah, okay.
At least we've got it on recording that we said it first.
Spoober, TM.
All right, so we have taken a Spoober,
Ooh.
and you had this very interesting...
How many credits was that?
You had this very interesting driver that You can't quite place whatever the race was, but it looked like it was a mix between a hamster and a cat that exploded in a microwave. So, had 6 arms, 14 legs, and, spoke about 22 different languages. But, hey.
A camster.
I know, I was side quest.
Yeah, forget the 715 we're calling this guy.
You should see his wife. Anyway.
He needs to be running the rebellion.
Two pit droids in there somewhere, I don't know. All right. That's how you establish a Star Wars alien. Just start throwing body parts together.
That's
right?
All of them, all at once. Just open your body part box and shake it around and dump it out.
You know what? I think we're going to do that. I think we are going to create a body part box anytime we need an alien, and each one of you guys can draw from it, and it'll just be a thing, a shtick at the table, right?
I love it.
All right.
I mean, no, that could get real dangerous. I drew lava sacks.
Sweaty balls.
I'm not putting that in the book.
That's a Saturday Night Live shtick.
All right.
My sweaty ball sack.
Yes, I understand. I don't need to talk to an old white guy about a sweaty ball shot.
I thought we said this episode was going to be short. There's no way we're even making it to the end.
And Star Wars. All right. So you get out of your spooper.
That abomination of a driver.
He probably started Spoober.
He is the...
I am the president. Not only am I a driver, I am the president.
Maybe that's because that's the only way he could say it. Anyway.
I bet his accent's all over the place, too.
I'm not trying.
Okay.
I know it sounds like code. But then we got to throw in a little bit of other stuff easier, too. See your copies?
I think you're going crazy.
All right, yeah. All right, so, well, he's a broken person, so, I mean, he might as well have a broken person. We could play the game where everybody says one word and we start creating the sentence. So
are we going to roll my conflict at the end of each...
overall night.
Overall night, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so... Anyway.
We're going to lose you before the end of this campaign. I just know how you play.
So you guys have arrived in a small little office district, Office District 715. It's on the same level that you're already on right now. And within, the district and quadrant 715, it is just building after building after building. And some of them are one-story little mom-and-pop shops. Some of them are, 5 to 10-story mid-rises that look like they could double as apartment complexes. Others are just nondescript office buildings that you would see in, like, any downtown. And a few of them are almost floor to ceiling of the level that you're on. So there's skyscrapers, there's other things that are all over the place. So it's just a hodgepodge of any type of shop or any type of business, or you may have some schools, you may have just any type of building or recreational use or personal use, anything that you can think of along those lines. Storage facilities. So the spoober drops you off in front of Johnson's Lockworks. And he charges you, just a couple of credits for the ride and whatnot. And, he's kind of like, tip.
Is Johnson's Lockworks close to the seafood space?
It's within the quadrant, but it's not quite that close.
Okay, so...
it's a little bit out of reasonable walking distance. You've got to think, some of these areas are super huge.
Oh my gosh, I can only imagine how
Not going to make it that convenient for you.
Yeah, sure. Well, I wasn't really wanting to get in touch with somebody that was like that close to the rebellion's dead drop. So it's good that it's not next door.
All right. So I'm turning this over to you guys from here.
So, thank you very much. And how much is it? Credits paid? You have credits?
We paid him.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to go into the deal. We need to. I'm thinking we don't want him to drop us off here and then take us again to where we need to go because we don't want to draw connections.
Well, we're not necessarily going to go right there.
Right.
All you hear from the vehicles he's driving off is, "Thank you for spoobering. Call again."
So we go talk.
Spoober, official transport of the rebellion.
Coruscant's least recognized taxi service.
It's all ground transportation too. So you said you wanted to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Would you mind going into Big Johnson's Lockworks and getting the electronic lock breaker?
I'll do that.
Tell them Ronald sent you.
Ronald?
Yes.
Okay. And we'll meet you.
I'll be around.
I'll be with you. Okay.
So I basically want to make like a perception check to see if I can get a sense of anybody that might be kind of off color, but not like not
Off
like a criminal.
color in the underworld.
Not like a criminal, but like anybody that I could tell like would be Black Sun. Like, do they have an insignia?
But we're still
that
a
they
ways
wear?
away from where we're going.
Well, we're a ways away from the seafood space, but I don't want to necessarily make a contact that close to.
You can make a check, but
That'd be like
you're
a needle
not
and a
gonna
haystack.
find somebody who is wearing an insignia.
Sure.
You may see it. There's a possibility you may catch a glimpse of a tattoo, but the role is going to be reflective of that. It's something that would be very, very subtle,
Right.
and you're looking across a mass quantity of aliens and humans.
Well, I want my perception check to not be a quick glance. It's more representative of this is what I'm doing while they're talking to Big Johnson.
Okay.
No, and that's fine. I'm just letting you know that trying to find that kind of detail in a crowd that is...
Right, but I'm saying this. I'm wanting this perception to take some time. Like I'm having
That's
conversations, maybe even trying to make it sound like I'm looking for a fence or something.
So...
Will there be a fence around?
Shut up.
You knew where I was going, but you know.
This is going to be a hard check
Okay.
for you to be able to find someone. Again, I want you to think about, as we're going through this other part of the scene, I want you to think about...
What is it narratively that I ran into?
Yeah, and what kind of conversations you're planning on having. Because we are going to do a little RP there.
You want to upgrade this guy?
No, I don't.
You sure?
I'm sure.
I would love to have more light side points.
I know you would. I'm not ready to get into
nuts.
Sir, man, I'd like to talk to you about the lock breaker.
Lockbreaker?
Electronic lock breaker for...
And you know, those things are illegal around here.
A lot of things are illegal. A friend, Renault, said you might be able to help me.
And he kind of... Renault. I don't know no Renault. As he's looking back towards the door.
Of course. Yeah. No, I just met him.
Now, I got all kinds of electronical doodads and doohickeys around here that help me do my job. But I'm not too keen on whether or not it's a lock breaker.
I don't really need a lock breaker. I just need something.
Because that's what these hands are for. I can get in there and I can do the work, and they can just, click, click, and that stuff's open.
Okay.
And sometimes a wall comes down. I don't know. But it works.
It was not my fault. Do you have something that could help me?
Well, I mean, you can feel free to check out anything that we have on our wonderful shelves over here. I'll go check the computer and see if maybe it's something we can order, and I'll see if the proper permits exist.
This is fair enough.
So he turns around.
So I'll go look and do I see any lockpick toolkits and things like that?
No, you don't. You're seeing more like it's actual doorknobs and, lock sets where you could, digital lock sets and things like that. And he goes over and he's like looking at the computer, but he's kind of like sketch, looking around. Like, he's not really looking at the computer kind of routine. He goes, so, it looks like we can order something here, but it looks like it may be kind of costly here just to get the permits.
Everything needs to be on the up and up.
Oh, I agree. Everything needs to be on the up and up.
No, we wouldn't want to do anything illegal. So.
Yeah, I can't go out of business now around here because this is my business.
Absolutely not. I don't want to do anything.
They don't call me Big Johnson for nothing.
That's right. They always go to Big Johnson. They're always looking for Big Johnson.
Well, it's because Big Johnson always delivers.
But maybe.
I'm trying to break Percy over here. Flip the table, I'm done.
So, just some sort of lock set. You got a lock set of some kind, that maybe you could part.
Well,
maybe
maybe
Renaud said that he sent me down here. He said you had something special ordered for him.
Well, there's like, oh, you need the special order, the one that's already permit.
Exactly.
Okay, now I see where we're going with this.
Yeah.
So, did he talk to you about what kind of payment was gonna take place on this one?
Well, he led me to believe it was already taken care of.
You know what? I'm gonna have to check my records. Let me just get in here on this keyboard and see what we got going on here.
I'm just picking it up for him.
So he starts messing around with the data pad and he goes, Oh, okay. Let's see here. Yeah. You know what? You are right, sir. He did pay for this already. Now, I do have to fill out for this permit who will be transporting this back to him. Can I have a name for the permit?
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi. How do you spell that?
B-O-N.
Okay.
J-O-V-I.
All right, got that down. Now, are you human, or are you of Gamorrean, or are you?
I'm a campster.
You're a campster. I'm not familiar with that one, but we're going to put that down here on the permit. So, all right. So it shows that everything is good and in order now. So if you get stopped by any of the lower level police forces, just show them this permit and everything's going to be on the up and up and it'll be okay.
Absolutely.
So he hands you a little like mini data pad that shows like it's got your permit on there. It's got Bon Jovi written on it. And he hands you over a little device that looks, eerily similar to about the size of one of the electronic door pads that you would just kind of stick over a door pad and run it.
It's been a pleasure.
Now, is there anything else that we might be able to help you with? Because we got all kinds of electronic stuff around here. Not just the door. I mean, we have some of these little like
Fizzy Pops?
Doorbells. Fizzy Pops. Do I look like a restaurant?
No, something that
I got toilet water.
We get plenty of that down below.
I'd agree. That's where I got it from.
Yeah. So, so I think I'm still looking for something that, when I like to have some fun with my friends and short out some of their electronics just for fun's sake,
Shorten out electronics.
just to, little gag, and I know sometimes maybe you might have something like that.
Well, I know salt water usually does the trick. Pour that on anything, and it's good to go.
Some Fizzy Pops work pretty well too.
Yeah, well, Fizzy Pops can clean the battery pretty good, but
That's true.
I don't know about shorting out no locks
Yeah, that's
or
true.
electronics.
Yeah. So you don't think you?
No, I don't think I got something like that.
Okay.
Now, just kind of thinking here. you don't happen to have a need for, let's just say,
A blaster cannon?
oh, well, we all have a need for a blaster cannon, you know. I mean, heck, there might be one underneath my desk right now pointed towards that front door. It could be pointed at your junk right now, and you'd never know. But hey, anyway, so we don't fool around in this shop. But anyway, what happens is, you know, I have these very unique little, you know, they're door. They go on a door, and they have these little bitty miniature cameras, and they're about like this big, so that you can see who's at your door and all. You wouldn't happen to have a need for anything like that, just, you know, because I got a couple of them, and they're on sale today.
That might not be a bad idea.
You know, matter of fact, we might even be able to charge them to get all run off there.
I think that's a good idea.
All right. Well, you know what?
Do you have any timers?
Oh, timers.
Yeah.
Timers, we got all kinds of timers. There's watches back there. There's, you know.
I'm an old timer.
Timers have just sent out a little.
I got some Ronexes over there that they're just a little bit of, you know, they're a little used, you know, that, you know, but. Ronexes. You know, they're kind of like Rolexes, but just Star Warsy.
Woo!
They might be
knockoff.
Fake. They might be fake too, so I don't know. But
I got some of those right here too. Yeah, okay. And just throw in a couple timers, a couple of these little video cameras, and what do we just use them on a data pad? Do we just see them on a data pad?
No. These little timers, they're just like any other little electronic timer. You just, you know, type in whatever time you want to put on them, and you hit the start button, and it's just going to work. And
the cameras, though, how do we look to see what's in the camera?
Oh, the cameras. Now, those you might have to plug into a data pad after the fact to see what's going on.
I see.
But the interesting thing about these little cameras right here is they can tell you where they're located at.
Interesting. I see.
So, you're never going to lose your camera with one of these. How's that sound to you?
That sounds great.
All right. Well, we'll throw in about 3 of those for you.
Okay. Perfect.
And this banter goes on and on and on and on and on. And I don't want to talk like a...
I don't even know. Like it's a mix between
Squidbilly
and like Colonel Sanders.
Here, where's some chicken?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
So we are going to cut from there, and we are switching back over to Aaron.
Yeah, man. I got a 3 success victory over here. No advantage, no threat.
All right. So, what exactly and how were you doing this? Was it conversations with people, or was this you were trying to spot something?
All right, so I'm gonna take it on a leap here. Not really a big leap, but I'm gonna explain this die by die, success by success and stuff, because the initial successes and failures that I have were based on the ability dice, the green dice. That's just my natural inherent charm, as it were. And then the difficulty dice. So, with it being such a kind of sketchy environment as it is, the 715 isn't like the most up and up, obviously, of all the spaces in town. And so, just the initial exploration took some time. I knew kind of what I was looking for, not because I know what bad looks like, but because I know what good looks like. And so, like, I knew when I came across something that was a little off color, I knew that it was maybe a tree I could bark up to find some information.
Okay.
However, the first, and that's my success, the first person that I talked to, though, it almost got a little out of control. The conversation almost got away from me, and I almost got kind of made by that. So even though I picked kind of a good target, there was somebody that overheard initially, and that kind of canceled out that advantage with the threat. From there, though, I used my perceptive skills, which would be the yellow skill dice, to really zone in on 2 or 3 different people until I could find a person that would at least know something. And basically, I kind of hawked it off that I was trying to offload. I was trying to offload a hand scanner that potentially had been stolen from somewhere else, and I just wanted to kind of get rid of it. I didn't want it on my person anymore, and so I was looking for somebody who could maybe take that off my hands and move it for me fairly cheaply.
Okay. So you have come across a Gand.
Okay.
By the name of Illith.
Illith. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, whatever, man. You got something you need to move?
Eh,
And he's twitching, and he's kind of all.
You seem very.
Look, I don't care what it is. I can move your product because you know what I gotta get my money. I got that's the only way I can. Never mind. What do you need me to move?
You seem very nervous. I think you need to calm down a little bit.
It's not nervous, man. It's not nervous, man. I just need my. I need my. How'd you do?
Not great. We got one light side point over there, right?
Yeah, you do. Now, what do you have to roll here? Is it just
so for just the base influence power to kind of shift basic emotion?
his emotion?
There's no skill check involved. It's just dice. It's just the force dice. But
It seems odd that there's no challenge there. It's just automatic.
it's not like I don't make him feel like a strong emotion, but it's like I can make him feel like a wave of calm. It's more like my presence offers something. But if I roll dark side points, which is what I did, it has to be a negative emotion that I kind of influence them with.
Okay.
That's just the nature of the force power. Now, if I wanted to do something like I did with telling the lie, then I do have to make a check.
All right. So, are you going to use it or not?
I don't think so in this case.
Okay.
He's already feeling negative to me, and I don't want to push that even further over. So I think I'm going to drop that. I kind of get a sense that like if I were to push the
Give
force
me an average
toward him-
perception,
Okay, average perception.
or I'll take a simple medical.
I'm good at the
Or
perception.
sorry, easy medical.
I'm good at the perception. Very good at perception. 2 success.
Okay. So you kind of notice some in his general area where you found him. There's like some injectors and things like that are around him, and you've kind of noticed starting to put 2 and 2 together, and you can start to see that he's kind of tweaking a little bit. So these are usually symptoms of like glitter stim. So it's almost like he's, for people out there that don't know glitter stim, it's almost like he's kind of coked up.
Mm.
He's kind of amped. He's ramped, and he's just like, it's not that it's an aggressive kind of. He's just kind of like,
I gotta move.
I need to do something kind of routine. So you're kind of putting 2 and 2 together that this guy will do or whatever he needs to do in order to be able to find his next fix.
Before I trust you with this information, I got to know how it is you will offload.
Well, I got some contacts of people that people always bring me stuff, and then I just happen to find some stuff. It's amazing what people will throw out, and it just and then
Dude,
I just take it
dude.
to what?
What kind of contacts?
It's my dude.
Who is your dude?
My dude. That's all I know him is my dude.
What is his affiliation? Is he Imperial?
You think an Imperial's gonna? No. No, this is my dude. He helps me get rid of and sell some things that maybe falls off of speeders, and sometimes people just kind of throw out a comm link here, or maybe there's a cred chip that falls to the ground, or but he helps me take care of that kind of stuff, and when he does, I get a cutback.
It sounds like I like you, Elizabeth, but I think I need to know who your person is. It sounds like you're into some pretty deep stuff.
No. It's not deep at all. It's not deep at all. Look, dude, do you want to do business or do you not want to do business?
I would simply hate it if the wrong person found out.
Look, I can go do business anywhere. Do you want to do business or not?
Do you want to do business?
Well, of course I want to do business. That's the only way I make my money, man. You're not standing here talking about it.
You can either tell me who it is, or at least who they're affiliated with, that you will be dropping this off with, or you can...
Look.
The Empire can find out.
Do you want me telling people who you are, or do you just want me to saying that you're some dude?
You don't know who I am.
Well, I understand, but you're trying to offload something, so the reality is dude. Man, look, I can take it to my dude, and my dude can give you money. I'll take you to him.
This is... Yes.
But I get a cut.
Of course. I would not have it any other way.
It's a finder's fee, 5%.
You will get a cut.
All right, man, this better be worth it. I don't like to waste his time. All right, let's go. And he starts turning around and walk off.
We have comms, yeah?
We have comms.
Okay.
Wait. Before you leave, I'm going to pass you something. I'm going to walk by and pass you something.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to walk by and I pass him one of those cameras.
All right, and as
that's a skullduggery? Or?
Yeah, it'll be a skullduggery if you don't want to be seen.
I don't want to be seen.
Take 2 boosts, and it'll be average. Because this dude's already seen all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah. 2 success and an advantage.
All right. You do it without any issue whatsoever.
Can the advantage give me a bonus to plant it?
Well, I want you to keep it on you. I don't
You
want
want me to keep it on myself?
That way I know where you are. If something happens and you get taken
see,
or
I was
something...
I was thinking I would plant it wherever we go with this guy so that we would know where he is all the time.
If you want to do that, but right now I just want to make sure you don't get, something bad and get taken. This is like a tracking device.
Sure. Which is why I wanted to put it on the back.
Well, fair enough. So, anyway, and I will...
What you do with it is your decision.
And I'll tell them what it is in the comlink once I've, gone past.
All right.
Okay.
So, you just kind of walk by and almost like bump into him and, kind of slip something in his pocket.
There's no problem, man. No problem.
All right, come on. Let's go. I don't have time for this. So he takes you, and it's like, he's wandering through back alleys and stuff like that, and it's, a couple minutes later, and you come up to this, like, muck of an alley. You can tell that there's trash out there. There's, even though there's not a whole lot of water, the moisture in the level kind of has pooled down into the center, and, it's just kind of got this dank smell to it. It's horrid, right? And you're walking past these dumpsters that you can tell have been dove in probably half a dozen times just today, right? And there's stuff that's all over the ground, all around them. And you come up to this one door, and it just has a couple of scratches on it. You can't even really tell if they make a symbol or not. It's just got scratches on it. And he walks up, and he kind of looks at it and goes, no, all right, look. Now, when we talk to my dude here, you just need to tell him what it is that you need to sell. He'll make you an offer. If you try and change the offer, he's just going to slam the door on you. It's what he does every time. Now, it's always a fair offer, but just if you keep talking to him, he's just going to think that you're a cop, and he's going to close the door. Got it? And as he does, then he turns around and kind of knocks on the door a couple of times. I know it's coming. So, door kind of slides open, and there's a Devarian standing there, and he's looking, and you could just see he's in what looks like coveralls. You can see like scorch marks all over the coveralls, and you can hear tools off in the background and other things happening. And, it sounds like there's a busy shop going on behind there, and he goes, Illith.
And he only sees Illith.
What are you doing here, man? So Illith and him are going back. He goes, no, I brought this guy, and he said he has something. Where'd he go? And it's about that moment that you just see this guy's face let go.
And, yeah. Okay.
Really, Illith? if you don't have anything, I'm not paying you. And he turns around and just slams the door.
What did the guy look like?
He was just a tall Devarian.
Okay.
So Devarians are the devil-looking guys with the horns that come up, routine. Red-skinned. Like I said, he was wearing coveralls that had scorch marks on it. Looked like he was, part of a shop or not something. So, with that said, what would you like to do?
Does Illith begin to walk away?
Illith is looking around.
Okay.
For you. And you can tell that he's now visibly agitated.
Okay.
And he's mumbling about, man, I needed the money. Where'd this guy go? What did he do? Just waste my time. Man, you know what? And all of a sudden you hear him say, I'm going to go talk to Muzzet. I'm going to tell this guy. I'm going to tell Muzzet about this guy. Because this guy, maybe he's a cop.
Perfect. So I'm gonna follow Illith to Muzzet.
All right.
But I am gonna leave a little credit chip of 20 credits on the ground where he can find it while he's looking around.
Okay. So if he would have stopped looking by that point where he was going to walk off to Muzzet's.
Well, I would have. I was letting you finish. I would have put that while he was looking.
Okay.
When he turns around, I'll set it down and then I'll let it be seen.
So he finds it and he's like, maybe I can, I'll go to Muzzet's in a little bit, and he just runs off around the corner.
Okay. I still follow him.
Okay. You ever chased a crackhead?
How fast is he running? Pretty quick.
He's got 5 crackhead boosts.
Well, if he's running around the corner, then I'm going to stay by the door and just kind of camp out until it opens again.
All right. So you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and this door does not open. But you can continue to hear work and things go on behind the other side of the door. And you don't happen to see Illith or anybody else come back.
Perfect.
Or come back by. And that is where we're going to go ahead and end this session.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks, guys, for sticking around. I know this was a little bit of a shorter session, but we are going to take a quick 5-minute break, and we are coming back in to take care of our final session for the night, for those that are here on the stream. For those that are not, keep on adventuring.
Do it. Adios.